Hey guys, I want to talk to you for a minute real quick about something. Now there's something that's been bugging me for the last week or so, and so I said, I'm just going to do a video on it. For the last year, I've had a few comments sporadically. People saying, you went through police academy, but you never became a cop. Why is it that you never became a cop? Kind of suspiciously. And one of the reasons is that, well, in Texas, I didn't become a cop because I came to California. My mother was ill, and I just decided not to stay there in Texas. I came back to California to be near her, and that's why I didn't become a cop in Texas. The reason I didn't become a cop here, I'm going to tell you about right now. Though I did go through police academy here, I did a polygraph test here for the Rialto PD. And I'm going to go through that. Now, that's one of the reasons I'm making this video. The other one is to answer that question is why I didn't become a cop in California. The other reason is I want to talk about that polygraph thing. I watched a video and it was by somebody that I don't think anybody in the community knows. He's a cop watcher. I'd never heard of his channel, and I can't remember the video. I saw it about a week and a half ago on YouTube, and he talked about lie detector test, and he said, it was a case against him, and the cops asked him to do a lie detector test, and he went to do a lie detector test, and he said, I thought I told the truth, but I don't know, the lie detector test said I was lying. You thought you told the truth. No, either you did or you didn't. If you think you told the truth, you lied. But he said, I thought I told the truth, but this lie detector said I was lying. Let me say something about that. It's not a lie detector. That box of plastic and machinery and cables and wires and lights and electricity can no more detect a lie or honesty than me putting my hand on the dash right now and telling a story. Even if it had like a little lie beeper on it, liar beep, it wouldn't, lie beeper or whatever, it wouldn't beep. It's not a lie detector, it's a polygraph. Poly means many. Like polygamy, many women, many wives. Monogamy, one wife, one woman, right? One man, whatever. I'm monogamous. I'm married to one woman. If I was polygamous, I would live in Utah. But I'm not. So polygraph means many graphs. Many graphs, it gauges your heart rate, your blood pressure, I think, your breathing, your pulse, all of that, and it puts it on a paper. So with the Rialto PD, they wanted me to do a polygraph. I will never do one of those again as long as I live on the face of this earth. So when I came here to California, I took a test for 2 or 3 different police departments. I did go through a police academy, but I never, and that was for animal control, to go through the PC 832 police academy. But I didn't get past the interview process for the police departments or the sheriff's departments that I interviewed for. The only polygraph exam I did was with Rialto PD. Now, a couple of things. When I interviewed, I would get to where you sit in front of the 3 or 4 guys that ask you questions in the interview process to get hired, so they could say, I like this guy. Either one or more of those guys were always assholes. They're always assholes. I don't know why. I guess you have to be an asshole to interview rookies or something. But also, when I went to do the polygraph exam, let me talk about that. The guy that did the polygraph exam is one of the biggest assholes on the face of this earth. I'm sorry, but he is. You are, if you see this. If you remember me, just know that you're an asshole. He started asking questions, and he started asking the most demeaning, humiliating, degrading questions that any human should ever be asked. I've had 2 hernias. Yeah, I've had my junk checked. I've had fingers up my butt. That's what happens when you get hernias. Usually when you get one and you get surgery, the doctor had told me on the second one, yeah, the other side could get weaker and it pops. Having hernias was not as degrading nor humiliating as the questions this polygraph examiner was asking. And my heart rate, he goes, why is your heart rate going up? I said, I don't know. Okay, but it is. And so he goes, all right, let me ask you this. And he asks another very, very degrading question, humiliating. I'm not going to tell you what the questions are because it'll open a whole can of worms. But he asks another question. He goes, why is your blood pressure going up? Why is your heart rate going up right here? I go, I don't know. You're asking very, very embarrassing questions. He goes, shouldn't be embarrassing. Shouldn't be embarrassing if you're not guilty. I said, not guilty? What is this, a job interview? He goes, just answer the questions. So he gave me like 10 minutes. He goes, I'm going to give you 10 minutes to relax. He came back 10 minutes later. He said, okay, your breathing's normal. Let's do it again. He started asking, he goes, what color is the sky? Blue. Okay. What color are clouds? White. What color is grass? Green. And then he started asking the demeaning questions again, very degrading questions. He goes, your heart rate's going up again. I go, yeah, that's embarrassing. He goes, it shouldn't be embarrassing if you've never done that. I go, I'm telling you the truth. So he goes, okay, let's go over the answers now. We're done. So I started going over the answers, and he goes, I want you to be honest with me on this. I go, I have. I've told you everything I've never. He goes, then why is your heart rate, and right here, you're having problems with this one question? I go, yeah, it's a degrading question. It's humiliating to ask somebody that. He goes, it shouldn't be if you're not guilty. So you be honest with me. I want to know. You tell me the truth. I go, I've told you the truth like 5 times. He goes, all right, I'm just going to tell them you're lying. Excuse me? I'm just going to tell them that you're lying because you're not telling me the truth. He wanted me to say something that was untrue so that he could go, yeah, see, my polygraph works. No, your polygraph is a piece of shit, because he was asking the most degrading, humiliating questions, and it's bugged me, I guess, because I saw that one video where the guy was talking about the lie detector test, and it's detecting that I was lying. No, it's a polygraph, idiot. And it just bugged me. How many of you out there have taken a polygraph exam? And if you have, what are your experiences from that polygraph exam? Let me know in the comment section below. Have you ever taken a polygraph exam? And if so, what were your experiences? As for me, I will never, ever, ever do another polygraph exam as long as I live. Ever. I never will. It's degrading, it's humiliating, it's dehumanizing, and I will never do it. And the people that run those things are complete freaking inhuman jerks and a-holes. I want you to know that. And if you're a polygraph examiner and you're watching this, you know what I think of you guys. So you better prove yourself better than that. But I want to know what you guys think about that. That was my experiences with the polygraph exam. That's why I decided not, and it was Rialto PD. I said, that's why I decided not to become a police officer, because I thought, you know what? This is a sham. This is a sham. This whole thing is just a sham. That's what I thought. Because if they're relying on a polygraph exam, that's why we have so many cops nationwide, that are getting into problems with domestic abuse, domestic violence, pedophilia, all of that, because they're relying on a polygraph exam to hire people to be police officers. You're relying on a machine with wires and a guy that's asking degrading questions. And the people that are passing those things, what kind of people are those? That those questions don't bother them? Something to think about.